Okay, so let's start from question number 11 of exercise 5.7. Okay, so question number 11 is if y equal to 5 cos x minus 3 sin x, then we have to prove y2 means d2y dx2 plus y is equal to 0. Then we have to prove d2y dx2 plus y is equal to 0. Okay, now d2y dx2 is written as y2, the second order derivative of y with respect to x. Now y is given here, we have to prove this. So do one thing, first differentiate y with respect to x. So differentiating with respect to x we have. So differentiation of y, which is equal to y1, is equal to derivative of cos x plus sin x. So derivative of 5 cos x minus 3 sin x. So that will be equal to y1 will be equal to 5 into derivative of cos x. We know that the derivative of cos x is minus sin x, minus 3 into derivative of sin x, which is equal to cos x. So this is the first time derivative of this. Now differentiating this with respect to x again. So differentiating with respect to x again, we have, so differentiation of y1 is equal to y2 is equal to 5 into derivative of minus sin, which is equal to minus cos x, minus 3 into derivative of cos x, which is equal to minus of sin x. That means y2 is equal to minus 5 cos x minus minus plus 3 sin x. That means y2 is equal to, take minus 1 common. So if I take minus 1 common, it will be 5 cos x minus 3 sin x. Now tell me what is the value of this expression. Look, this is actually equal to y. That means we can write y2 is equal to minus of y. That means y2 plus y is equal to 0, and this is the solution. y2 plus y is equal to 0, and hence proved. Hence proved. It's a very simple problem, isn't it? Now tell me, if you have any problem, you can tell me. If you have any problem, do you have any problem? No, sir. Okay, then let's move to the next question. Question number 12. Y equal to cos inverse x, we have to find the value of d2y dx2 in term of y alone. Okay, so write the question. So question number 12, y is equal to cos inverse of x. We have to find the value of d2y dx2. What is the value of d2y dx2, or what is the value of y2? So differentiating this with respect to x. So differentiating with respect to x, we have y1 is equal to, now can you tell me what is the derivative of cos inverse x? What is the derivative of cos inverse x? Yes, minus 1 by root over of 1 minus x square. Very good. Minus 1 by root over of 1 minus x square. Okay, now we have to differentiate y again. Okay, so that can be written in the form minus 1 minus x square whole to the power minus half, isn't it? Minus 1 minus x square whole to the power minus half. Now differentiate it with respect to x again. So differentiating with respect to x again. So the left hand side will be y2, that is equal to minus d dx of 1 minus x square whole to the power minus half. Now let's differentiate it. So it will be minus, or minus into minus half into 1 minus x square whole to the power minus half minus 1 into d dx of this total term 1 minus x square. Okay, so that means minus minus plus, so half into 1 minus x square whole to the power minus 3 by 2 into derivative of 1 minus x square is, we know it is minus of 2x. So final the result is minus 2x by 1 minus x square whole to the power 3 by 2. This is the value of d2y dx2. Okay, now I have to rub the board. I am rubbing here. Now, so finally we have here that y2 is equal to minus, not, it will be not 2, 2 and 2 will are already cancelled. So x by 1 minus x square whole to the power 3 by 2. Now look, it is given that y equal to cos inverse of x. That means here x will be cos y. If y equal to cos inverse x, then x will be cos y. Means if I put x equal to cos y here, that means y2 will be minus, that is cos y into 1 minus cos square y whole to the power 3 by 2. Don't need to use the second bracket now. Okay, now do the calculation. That means minus cos y by, okay, 1 minus cos square y, we know that it is sin square y. So sin square y whole to the power 3 by 2. That means minus of cos y by sin cube y. Cos y by sin cube y, which is equal to minus of, can be written in the form cos y by sin cube y, can be written in the form sin y into sin square y. Now look, cos y by sin y, we know this is equal to cot y, and sin square y, 1 by sin square y means cosec square y. So y2, the final value y2 is equal to minus of cot y cosec square y. This is the answer. y2 equal to cot y into cosec square y, and hence solve. Okay, any problem in any step? No sir. Okay, very good. So now let's solve question number 3, not 3, actually 13. Let's solve question number 13 then. Question number 13 is if y equal to 3 cos of log x plus 4 sin of log x, then we have to show that x square y2 plus x y1 plus y is equal to 0. Okay, so first differentiate this with respect to x. So let's differentiate it. Differentiating with respect to x. So derivative of y is y1 is equal to 3 into derivative of cos of log x plus 4 into derivative of sin of log y. sorry, not y, actually log x. Okay, now that means y1 is equal to 3. Now tell me what is the derivative of cos of log x. Can you tell me what will be the derivative of cos of log x? Minus sine of log x by x. Very good, Akash. Minus of, so minus of, okay, derivative of cos is sine into derivative of log x is by x. Similarly, that will be 4 cos of log x by x. Now do one thing, multiply both sides by x. Multiply the left hand side x and by right hand side is also x. So that means we have x into y1 is equal to minus 3 sine of log x plus 4 cos of log x. Now differentiate it with respect to x again. Now differentiating with respect to x again, we have, now look, on the left hand side the expression is x into y1. That means here there are two functions, one function is x and another function is y1. So we have to use the product rule to differentiate this function. So we are taking x as the first function and y1 is the second function. So that will be, first function is fixed and derivative of y1 which is equal to y2 plus, now second function is fixed and derivative of first function means derivative of x with respect to x, that is equal to 1, which will be equal to minus 3 d dx of sine of log x plus 4 d dx of cos of log x. Now differentiate them. That means finally we have x y2 plus y1, that will be equal to minus 3 cos of log x by x and derivative of cos of log of x, that will be minus 4 derivative of cos is sine log x by x. Now do one thing, multiply both sides by again x. So it will be x into x y2 plus y1 which is equal to minus, if I take minus 1 common, it will be cos of, sorry, 3 cos of log x plus 4 sine of log x. And look, this expression 3 log of cos x plus 4 log of 4 sine of log x is actually y. So in place of that, just put y. So that means we have x into x y2 plus y1 is equal to minus y. Now multiply this, that means x into xy means x square y2 plus x y1 equal to y, that means it will be plus y when we shift this y from right hand side to left hand side, and hence proved. Solved. Okay, any problem? Tell me, quick. Any problem? No, sir. Okay, so now let's move to the next question, question number 14. Okay, I am skipping question number 14. I am solving question number 15 now. Okay, 14, do it, 14. So 14 is if y equal to a e to the power mx plus b e to the power nx, then we have to prove that d2y dx2 minus m plus n into y1 plus mn y is equal to 0. Okay. Now we'll calculate y2 y1 first. So from here differentiate this with respect to x, so that means y1 will be, okay, now tell me what will be the differentiation of e to the power mx, what will be the derivative of e to the power mx? Yes, m e to the power mx, very good. So m into a e to the power mx. Similarly, derivative of this part is n b e to the power nx. So this is y1. Now again differentiate it with respect to x again. So y2 will be similarly m square a e to the power mx plus n square b e to the power nx. So y1 y2 are known. Now put it here. Put it here. So now y2 minus m plus n into y1 plus mn into y is equal to. Now put the value. Value of y2 is m square into a e to the power mx plus n square b e to the power nx minus m plus n into y1. Value of y1 is this. Put it here. So that means m into a e to the power mx plus n into b e to the power nx plus mn into y. Y means this, means a e to the power mx plus b e to the power nx. All the value of y2, y1 and y are now just put it here. Now just do the calculation. That means it is m square a e to the power mx plus n square b e to the power mx minus, now we have to multiply it. So m into m e to the power a mx, so it will be m square a e to the power mx plus this multiplied by that, so that will be minus m n b e to the power nx. Now with n multiply this, so that will be minus m n a e to the power mx minus n square b e to the power nx, and now by mn multiply this, so that will be plus mn a e to the power mx plus mn b e to the power nx. Now look m square a e to the power mx and m square a e to the power mx, n square b e to the power my and n square b e to the power nx minus mn b e to the power nx plus mn b e to the power nx, and these two will cancel each other, means the value is 0. So we can say that y2 minus m plus n into y1 plus mn into y is equal to 0, and hence this is proved. Okay, any problem? Just find out the value of y1, y2 and put it in the expression in left hand side. You will get the answer. Yes, no sir. Very good. Now let's solve question number 15 then. Question number 15. So question number 15. Okay, question number 15 is very easy. Just do the differentiation twice time, you get the answer. I am doing question number 16. Okay, question number 16. So 16 is e to the power y into x plus 1 is equal to 1. What we have to prove? We have to prove that y2 is equal to y1 square. y2 equal to y1 square. Now, so differentiate it with respect to x. Now look, this is actually product of two functions. Let us consider this is the first function and x plus 1 is the second function. Now we will apply the product rule to differentiate this expression in the left hand side. So use the product rule. Differentiating with respect to x, we have, so first function fixed and derivative of the second function plus second function fixed, derivative of the first function. That will be derivative of 1, which is equal to 0. We know that derivative of any constant function is equal to 0. 1 is constant, so its derivative is 0. That means e to the power y into derivative of x plus 1 is equal to 1 plus x plus 1 into derivative of e to the power y with respect to x is e to the power y into y1, that is equal to 0. Now from here find out the value of y1. So y1 will be minus e to the power y by 1 plus x into e to the power y. E to the power y and e to the power y will cancel each other. That means minus 1 by 1 plus x. Now differentiate it with respect to x again. So if I differentiate it with respect to x again, so it will be y2 is equal to d dx of minus 1 by 1 plus x. 1 plus x. Now what is the derivative of 1 plus x? So derivative of 1 plus x will be, so minus will be comes out from the differentiation, and derivative of 1 plus x whole to the power minus 1. Now do the derivative. So that is minus 1 into minus 1 into 1 by 1 plus. Finally we have this answer. So that will be 1 by 1 plus x square. Sorry, 1 by 1 plus x whole square. Now what is the value of 1 by 1 plus x, which is equal to minus of y1? So that is minus of y1 whole square. So y2 is equal to y1 square, and hence the answer. And hence the answer. Okay, any problem? No sir. Okay, so now we will solve the last question, means question number 17. Okay, so write the question. Y equal to tan inverse x whole square. 17. Y equal to tan inverse x whole square. So we have to prove x square into we have to prove x square plus 1 y2 whole square plus x square plus 1 into y1 is equal to 2, is equal to, we have to prove this one. Okay, so first differentiate it with respect to x. That means we have y1 equal to, now tan inverse x whole square, if I differentiate it, so can you tell me what will be the result if I differentiate tan inverse x square? So what will be the result? Two tan inverse x by 1 plus x. Very good. So it will be 2 tan inverse x into derivative of tan inverse x, which is equal to 1 plus x square. Now multiply both sides by 1 plus x square. So if I multiply both sides by 1 plus x square, so it will be 1 plus x square into y1 is equal to 2 tan inverse x. Now differentiate it again. So look, the left hand side actually product of two functions. Let this is the first function and this is the second function. Now apply the product rule. So differentiating both sides with respect to x again, we have 1 plus x square, first function fixed, and derivative of second function. Derivative of y1 is y2 plus, now second function is fixed, and derivative of first function, which is equal to derivative of 1 plus x square is equal to 2 into derivative of tan inverse x. That means 1 plus x square into y2 plus this, that will be 2x into y1. 2x, derivative of 1 plus x square is what, derivative of 1 will be 0, and derivative of x square is 2x into y1. That is equal to 2 into derivative of tan inverse x is 1 by 1 plus x square. Now multiply both sides by 1 plus x square we have. Just multiply both sides by 1 plus x square. We have 1 plus x square into 1 plus x square y2 plus 2x y1, that is equal to 2. Now multiply this, we have the answer. 1 plus x square whole square y2 plus 2x into 1 plus x square y1, that is equal to 2, and which is our required answer. Okay, tell me, have you understood? Okay, so we have completed the exercise 5.7. Next class we will start the miscellaneous exercise from this chapter, because the Rolle's theorem, this means the mean value theorem, is deleted from your syllabus, so we will not do that.